guess I want to tell myself, remind myself that there's never nothing going on. That's true when it appears that nothing's going on, and it's true when it appears there's too much going on. So, lovely Mikhail, bold enough to critique and patient enough, I guess, to do it in a way that I could do something about it. So the process I went through yesterday of redesigning yet again the iterations of redesigning so people can grok. But going through that process, because there's so much that's transpired in the last 4 years, and we really have documented so much of it. And this feeds into what I talked about yesterday. I mean, as I say those things, my mind is going to that we're playing out the app, that we're playing out David Weinberger's words. We need the app. We need tech, not necessarily that app. I hope that app is something that gets us back to us instead of just has us playing with bling. And there's so many people that are doing that just with the hope of doing it to replace public education that's gobbling up everything. And that's a space we could jump into. But the whole idea of, I mean, this is anybody. It's not just me. It's not just David Weinberger or Howard. There's so much to living and to life. Because even when it seems like there's nothing, there's never nothing going on. So ways to aggregate that so that it's useful. Or maybe, I guess you could say useful at any point in time or not. It's almost like a packrats heaven. Because we work with the machine in our mind to prune. And then we have vast storage spaces that can aggregate, like file away. It's like the biggest pack rat can have the best secretary. With the simplest storefront. So I see us. I watched the last 4 years play that out. How do I become the app and aggregate all that information into a useful means for a whole bunch of different people? So some space needs to be accessible from all vantage points. People who don't have any idea what we're talking about, just people who know what we're talking about but want to dig back into 4 years ago. How did it start? Who have we read? Who's advising us? Who's working with us? What thinking have we followed? To people who don't want to necessarily read about it, they want to watch a video about it. To people who don't want to watch a video about it, they want to read about it. People who don't want to be on a site, they want to document. And then sharing back not just all those words, but people actually doing it. An alive, informative site. Because once it's info, it's kind of dead. So, anyway, it's good. I see a lot of what I want in my head. It makes me think I need to learn how to do web design. But working with idec, with Isaac and Sam on the idec site is perfect because it's what we want there. I want to embed bloggers, new tiles on a site. Not only does it just show up like 100 grid, it like will recategorize via the tag. I think that would be pretty cool. For us regrouping to business-ish people, video-ish people, idea-ish people. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. For the idec site, curiosities, keynote, expert type people, categorized by curiosities people might have.